after the latest update, everyone has low FPS, so therefore let me show you how to fix this. And in the first place, guys, we're going to take a look at a very handy tool. It's called WhoCrash, and you can basically already read here from the title that it's a crash dump analyzer. And now the best part about this tool is, by the way, link in the video description, that what this tool basically does is whenever your PC crashes, or I know there are a ton of people with like issues with, you know, crashes on their system, that you can just simply click here and analyze, and it's going to take a few seconds here actually to analyze everything from your PC. And then you can see now, please scroll down in the information window to read the report. And then under crash dump analyzers, you can basically see everything which made your PC crash. For me on this build actually here, guys, my PC had no crash as of right now, which is really nice. But for those out of you who are experiencing tons of crashes, it's gonna give you a detailed list about what basically happened on your PC, so that it's easier for you to actually find a solution and fix this issue. Then in this next step, guys, we're gonna go into a Windows search bar, type in that %, 10%, open it up. Here in this new window now, we're going to click under local, press F on our keyboard for Fortnite game, saved, config, Windows client, and then we're gonna open up our game user settings. First of all, always make sure, guys, that it says here under the attributes read only that it's not checked. And once you're now here in the game user settings, guys, we're going to apply a bunch of settings which are super important. In the first place, you're going to scroll down a little bit, guys, until we can actually find our resolution sizes X and Y. For our X size, I actually want you guys to use the stretch resolution, which is 1156 times 768. And you're going to apply the same one here for your last user confirmed resolution sizes. This is a perfect stretch resolution for low-end PCs, guys, which is going to boost your FPS by a ton. Then you can see straight up underneath preferred full screen mode on 0, audio quality level on 0 as well, guys. If you have your audio quality in Fortnite actually on high, this can cause stutter. It's even written out like this in-game. Last user confirmed audio quality as well on 0, frame rate limiter on 0 as well, so that we have no capped frames actually. And then under scalability groups, guys, you're gonna make sure that you copy all of my following settings. What you can actually do as well is for the shadow quality, put it on 0, and for the landscape quality on 0 as well, guys. Everything on the lowest possible. And then for your 3D resolution, if you're still experiencing tons of stutters and low FPS, I could even recommend you to go below 90. Even something like 50 is still gonna look okayish on this resolution. I wouldn't really recommend you to go underneath 50, guys, because then your game is gonna look super pixelated. Then here almost on the top, guys, we can see B motion blur. This one we want to put to false. B show grass we also want to put on false as well. Then B user GPU crash debugging on false as well, guys. This one is super important. If you have it enabled, actually you're allowing your Fortnite to run sort of like a benchmark on your PC, which is actively running in the background just like the replay system. So therefore always make sure that you put it on false. And then we're already good to go. All we gotta do is click here under save and close our game user settings. Then once we're in game, guys, I'll also want you to go into your game settings and scroll all the way down until you can find replays and disable all of them as well, guys. These are super hardware demanding. On top of that, if you're running maybe NVIDIA or AMD, I also want you to actually go here into this control panel, and there you can find your highlight settings and make sure that it's turned off, guys. And the same as well with your instant replay, guys. These are super hardware demanding and actually cost you so much FPS in the background. Now in this next step, what we're gonna do is go into a Windows search bar and just simply type in their services, right click onto it and run it as an administrator. And here for this list, guys, I'm gonna put you right now on screen a list of all of these services which you can guaranteedly deactivate. Something like phone services. I don't use this, so I'm going to open it up, guys, and make sure to put the startup type actually under disabled. Just simply click on apply, and you can do this for this whole entire list, which I'm going to put you right now here on screen. You can also search for additional stuff, something like Razer Synapse. If you have it running on your PC, you know, you could put it right now here actually into stop and just simply put it onto disabled. So it's actually not running 24/7 in the background, but only when you activate it and when you actually need it to maybe set up something on your mouse. It's a super easy step, but this can actually already boost your FPS by so much. Since you're disabling so many unnecessary services, just simply freeing up the workload of your CPU and overall system, and then you're gonna close this and continue. Then what's another extra step, which a lot of people actually don't know, is go into your desktop and right click until you can see display settings. Then in here now we're going to scroll down, and actually here under display resolution we can select anything lower than native, and actually setting your display resolution as well lower than full HD is going to give you an additional performance increase. So if you can, just simply let it on something like 1280 x 720, which is still 16:9 just in verse quality. Then we're going to continue now under advanced display settings, and in here now you're going to make sure that you have the highest refresh rate enabled. And now once we're done with this, we're going to go here onto this left side and just simply type in that game until we can find game game mode settings. You can also do it in your Windows search bar. And in here guys, please make sure that the game mode is actually enabled on Windows. This mode will in general boost your FPS on most PCs. If not, you can just simply deactivate it again, but from my own experience on multiple systems, this is actually gonna give you a nice FPS increase. Then we're also gonna go to graphics settings, and in here now next up guys, we have hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. And for low-end PCs, you actually want to turn off this one guys. It's gonna give you a little bit more input latency, but your FPS are gonna go up insanely. The next up under graphics performance preference, we're going to actually select Fortnite. So what we gotta do is click here under browse, go into our main PC, go into our main disk, which is C, program files, then we're gonna find E for Epic Games here, and then we have in here Fortnite, Fortnite game, binaries, Windows 64, and in here now we're going to select Fortnite client Windows 64 shipping exit. Once it's enabled in here, click under options and make sure to put it to high performance and save. Then we can go back here into the settings, go under game bar, and make sure that this one here is fully disabled guys. This is super important. The same as well applies for capture. If there's anything here still for you which is enabled, please make sure that you fully disable it. And of course guys, the most important part is as well your ping. This is why you see FNCS winners like Mero, Asian Jeff, and many more pros use GR Booster. The best part is with my link in the description, you can actually try it out for absolutely free guys. GR Booster is gonna look for the best DNS server in your near, always making sure that you have the lowest and most stable ping. Even if you already have really good ping guys, it's still worth it because it's gonna make it way more consistent. The GR Booster is gonna actively in the background search for the best DNS servers, always making sure that you have the best connection to Fortnite. As mentioned, check it out for absolutely free with the link in the description guys. Then for this next step guys, we're going to search up Chris Titus Tech Utility, open it up in the first place, and just simply scroll down and copy the following link. Then we're going to go into a Windows search bar, type in the PowerShell, right click and run it as administrator. Once it's running, you're going to paste in the following command and just simply wait for it to load. Sometimes you have to confirm it in the PowerShell, but then afterwards it should look exactly like this here. What we want to focus on is the tweak section on top guys, and in here now we can see some of the best tweaks which you can enable to reduce the amount of processes on your Windows and speed up your system. You can choose here from desktop, laptop, minimal, or clear again, which will revert everything. We want to go under desktop and make sure to create a restore point guys. This one is super important so that you can always revert it if it messes up something on your system. Then all we gotta do is run tweaks and just simply let the tool finish its job. Afterwards, the amount of processes in your task manager under CPU should get reduced by a ton guys. There's also by the way a way better version of this which is called Atlas OS, which is a whole entire custom OS for gaming. I made a whole video about this already on my channel, but if you don't want to fully reinstall Windows, this is the best way to do it with the Chris Titus Windows Tech Utility tool. And in this next step now guys, we're going to use Malwarebytes. Just simply get it as well from the link in the video description, and what Malwarebytes basically does, it scans your whole entire system. You can see checking for updates, memory, startup items, registry files which are maybe interrupted, and overall scanning your system files for any sort of malware which is slowing it down. You can see guys, after 40 seconds there's already over 123,000 files been scanned. Now it just randomly jumped up to 250, and you can see that my PC is completely fine. The tool couldn't detect any issues, corrupted files, malware or whatsoever, so we're already chilling, and click under done. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and check out my latest video where I show you the top 5 best storage solutions, which are as well also for low-end PCs, and my other guide on how to install Atlas OS.